Shalom, shalom, shalom. What's going on? Shalom to everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Shalom. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Had some difficulties with the live and whatnot, but shalom to everybody. It looks like we're on now, so at least we do have that going for ourselves right now, but I have to reshare this link, so bear with me. I'm just giving everybody some time to jump in here and go from there. And so hopefully we can get this done and get it situated, and we should be good. But so we did have a couple technical difficulties, and so I'm just doing an update right now for everyone, sending out this link, and hopefully we can get to what we need to get to. And it could be a blessing like it has been for the past couple of videos that we've done, but we just had some technical difficulties. It wouldn't allow me to stream. And so we go from there, I'm not going to say it's some dark forces or it's the Hasatan or, anything like that. I'm just going to chalk it up to it may just be technical difficulties. Technology is what it is. All right. So I'm not going to give that much credit to the enemy on that, but shalom to everyone out there. Like and share. Thank you all. Shalom to everyone. Shalom to many of you brothers and sisters who are out there as well, who goes by that greeting. So thank you all for your support. You've definitely been a great support system for myself. And I'm so appreciative of all of you and your support, your understanding as we journey and go through looking at some history here of some things. And it's just truly been a blessing. So hope everyone having a great day on this wonderful day. If you don't know, I am none other than Apostle Bishop William, soon to be Dr. William Brown. I just had to throw that out there because it's been a journey for me, doing this dissertation and presenting it. It's been a blessing. So thank you all for all of your support and all that you've done, all that you supported me on this journey. Those of y'all who've been with me from the very beginning, I am also the leader of BOOMCHURCH as well. B.O.O.M to my brother, Mr. Blacktastic. I know who you are, D. I know you, the blood still works. I know. B.O.O.M to everyone that's out there. Good afternoon as we approach those who acknowledge the Friday sundown Shabbat. All right. Grace to you all. Thank you all for tuning in. All of Israel. Let me give a shout out to those in the comments. Shout out to none other than the brother. He's back again, Brother Jason Phillip McCauley. Shout out to Minister Casey L. Huey Sr. Also, shout out to Shalom and Shalom to the brother Tyron Smith. Thank you for your support on here. We have a sister, a queen in the building, Zipporah Zion. Shalom to you as well. Shalom, Shalom to the blood still works, aka D. Shout out to brother Senior Bernard Sawyer in the building. Shout out to you. Shout out to Beat Bros Production. Peace and blessings to you as well. Mr. Finn Ram Senior. Shout out to you as well. Shalom Mishpaka. Shout out to brother Leon Lionheart, the mechanic. What's going on with you? Shalom to you as well, good brother. I hope everyone is doing well and fine out here in the Facebook, YouTube universe, Twitter and Instagram and everyone out there. If you are in the Atlanta area, feel free to come fellowship with us at Boom Church. That is Believers of One Messiah. You can visit us on our YouTube channel. On our YouTube channel right here, Boom Church. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of any events, any Boom churches being planted in your city and location. If you are interested in a plant and you feel as though you are called to lead ministry, definitely email us at boomchurchint@gmail.com. Also, you can hit us up on our website at boomchurchint.org. We definitely have some awesome things coming up. We will be this weekend in Eastman, Georgia, at one of our congregations who is a part of this great fellowship of Messianic Israelite believers, open door assembly down in Eastman, Georgia. So if you are in the Macon area, if you are in the Warner Robins area, the Fort Valley area, the Albany, Georgia area, if you're all the way over by Vidalia, definitely feel free to jump on that road. You're about 50 minutes away from the Eastman Assembly, who is led by none other than Pastor Victor A. Baxter. All right. So definitely hit us up if you're in the Eastman area. If you're in the Ohio area, in Akron or Cleveland or in those areas, hit us up. If you're in the Houston, Texas area, hit us up. If you are in the Louisville, Kentucky area, hit us up. If you're in the Richmond, Kentucky area, hit us up. If you're in the Jacksonville, Florida area, hit us up. If you are in the Richmond, Virginia area, hit us up. We do have a congregation for you in Richmond, Virginia, led by none other than my cousin, Dr. Kelly Richardson of We Woke Now. All right. Hit us up in those areas. I'm making sure I don't forget any of the congregation. We're growing. Also, if you are in the New Orleans, Louisiana, Baton Rouge, area, hit us up, for we will be in those areas as well. What's going on, Yah son? What's going on? Shalom to you as well, good brother. All right, so let's jump right into it. We definitely going to get into, I was going to name this part 3, but I think that this deserves its own name. But we are definitely going to kick the video off. I'm not going to do a lot of talking. If you've been following this last 2 videos, you already know what we're doing here. We are looking back in antiquity into the past, and we want to look at the first quote unquote Christians. Okay, we know that there are many, all right, that are in today's time who identify as Christian in the Americas as well as abroad. But we want to look at those who were the first, all right, because even though those who are in modern day bring indictments against those who are considered Israelites, Hebrew Israelites, or Jews, Black Jews, many of us descend from the Limbas as well as the Ebos and whatnot. So we want to look at that, and we're going to go back into the past. But I want to kick this video off, all right? We want to kick this video off with none other than the illustrious Dr. Michael Brown. Yes, I said it. We got another video of Dr. Michael Brown. And Dr. Michael Brown in this video says some things that I think I think it may make some folks mad. I think the last 2 videos, I'm pretty sure probably ruffled a little feathers, but this particular video, our Dr. Michael Brown, who is, by the way, I respect him very much when it comes down to his knowledge of the gospel, like I respect anybody. There's some Christians that are very knowledgeable out there when it comes down to the gospel and the Torah and the Tanakh and things like that. And I respect them. So I want y'all to really understand, those of y'all who are new here, if it's truth, I don't have no problem with agreeing with anybody if it's biblical, historical truth. I have no problem with that. So I think we all should mature in that area, as I said before. But let's get into Dr. Michael Brown right here, man. And let's see what Dr. Michael Brown has to say. All right, so let's get into this right here. Let's get in the old Dr. Michael Brown. Shout out to Dr. Michael Brown. Ask Dr. Michael Brown, line of fire. Shout out to him as well. If you got any questions about anything, that brother phone lines be open. And he go at Muslims, he go at all kinds of different people, man. But he keep it very respectful. So let's look at this and let's see what Dr. Michael Brown has to say in this video. All right, here we go. And those of y'all just not joining, I do like to pause and do a little commentating. I'm not going to try to commentate as much, but I'm going to do some commentating on this video. It's kind of self-explanatory with the things that he's saying. And he says some things, he gives some advice to the church. So I hope there's some Christians, especially some apologists out there listening. And I think you could take some wisdom from Dr. Michael Brown in this video.
I would first say that Jewish people may not take offense at Easter, but it further confirms to them that this is a foreign religion.
Yo, excuse me, man. I'm laughing because this is yo, listen, hold on, man. We are 26 seconds in, and probably about 10 of those 26 seconds, Dr. Michael Brown already going in. Okay. Listen, I want to be very clear on this. Okay. Dr. Michael Brown is a Jew. Okay. He is a Jew for those that don't know. Also, Dr. Michael Brown is not, he is not defending any Hebrew Israelite sect, any Black Jew sect. He's not doing it. And so I want to make sure that people don't try to take my videos and run and say, look at, he's misrepresenting you, Dr. Michael Brown. He's saying this and saying that. He's trying to use it to advance Black Jewish movements and Israelite movement. That's not what I'm doing. Okay, so I want to be very clear, because we have people out here who are known for using those type of tactics and saying that I'm misrepresenting him to try to push some type of narrative for some type of Black movement. Okay, that's not what we're talking about here. Okay, whether Michael Brown is Jewish or not. All right, we both know that Jews and Israelites, all right, we know that we respect the Torah. Okay, we respect the Torah, whether we're Messianic or not. All right, even the non-Messianics. Okay, so this is a conversation about custom and tradition. All right, whether you are an Israelite or a Jew. Even the Jews keep the Passover, just like Israelites keep the Passover. So this is not about that. And y'all not gonna try to sit out here and run this foolishness like y'all done in the past. See, one thing about the past, you learn from it. And what you do is you make sure that don't happen again, because the next time, if you allow it to happen again, then you become the bigger fool. And I'm telling y'all right now, ain't no foolio going on over here. Michael Brown is not defending or representation of any of the groups that you want to call Black Hebrew Israelites, or whatever. Okay, he's strictly talking about those who identify as descendants of Abraham and descendants of Moses, whether they identify as Jews or they identify as Israelites. Okay, that's what this is about. All right, so let's make that clear. But already going in, Dr. Michael Brown is sitting, he's saying that Jews may not trip. Y'all listen, as an Israelite, I've gotten over tripping on family members, Facebook friends, and all these people keeping Easter. I'm done. I'm over. That's why you don't see you don't see on my YouTube videos. You don't see me on Facebook. You don't see me when every year come around. You don't see me doing Valentine's Day teachings. You don't see me doing Christmas teachings. You don't see me doing that. You know why? Because these grown behind folks out here know, if you talk to most Christians, they'll tell you, I know that Christmas is not biblical. So why am I wasting my time trying to convince them to do anything? All right. What I will do is I'll preach the gospel. And if they ask me if it's wrong, then I'm going to tell them what it is. But I'm not wasting my breath, my energy, or my time focusing on areas that grown behind people know what's true. Okay. I'm not doing it. Now, y'all, I'm not trying to tell y'all what to do. I'm not trying to indoctrinate y'all or control y'all. If y'all feel as though y'all want to post memes and y'all want to do teachings on this stuff every year, that's fine. But me, I got other stuff that I'm doing I got other stuff I'm doing. I'm trying to reach the dope man. I'm trying to reach all these guys who ain't really thinking about no Christmas. They're out here hustling and all this other. I'm trying to reach the homeless person. I ain't trying to deal with all this other stuff. That's not my lane. I used to do it, but I'm out of that lane now. Okay. I'm not doing that. All right. So let's move on. Listen to what Dr. Michael Brown says again. Okay.
But it further confirms to them that that Jewish people may not take offense at Easter, but it further confirms to them that this is a foreign religion. It is separate. We have Passover, they have Easter. We have Hanukkah, they have Christmas. We have our faith, they have their faith.
It sounds to me that Dr. Michael Brown making it very clear. Okay. Y'all got Christmas. Okay. We got dedication, aka Hanukkah. Y'all got Easter, we got Passover. Sounds like to me that Dr. Michael Brown is saying that Easter and Passover ain't the same. That's what it sounds to me. And he's a very intelligent man. And I know that what he's saying, he's not getting it confused. He's laying it out plainly what it is. And many of us who are descendants, and we believe that we are, or even those who may identify as Gentiles, but choose not to keep any of these other foreign holidays, okay? We understand that they're not the same. Even though many Christians deem it being righteous to them, many of them deem it being a representation of their Messiah, of Yeshua, but us, we don't deem it that way. It's just what it is, okay? Run it back, my selector.
We have Hanukkah, they have Christmas. We have our faith, they have their faith. This further confirms that because it does seem to be utterly separate to them. They're not cognizant of the idea that Yeshua died at the time of Passover. They're not cognizant of the fact that he rose with first fruits, that he sent his spirit at Shavuot, at the Feast of Weeks, Pentecost, etc. So this further confirms the separateness. For reconciliation, it's a tall order.
Let me holler at some of you brothers out here, mainly you brothers in the Israelite community, okay? And this is coming from someone that's in the field, myself I'm talking about, who rubs shoulders with Jews, who rubs shoulders with Christians. It's a tall order because there are more people that are not trying to hear you than the ones that are. Okay? You're trying to convince people. I keep saying this over and over and over again. How long are you going to be the fool? How long are you going to spend your time, hours, and days talking over and over and over and over and over? The more time you spend wasting time, let me tell you, even Yeshua told his disciples, if they don't receive what you are saying, shake the dust. Even y'all don't even listen to your Messiah. Your Messiah is basically saying, our Messiah is basically saying, don't waste your time with people who don't want to receive what you're saying. But you want to spend over and over, time and time again, day after day after day, over and over and over, wasting more time when there's other people out here who do want to hear the good news. I don't get it. Maybe it's not for me to get. But even Michael Brown saying it's a tall order, and he rubs shoulders with Christians too. And he's saying it's a tall order. You got a better, from experience, y'all, you have a better chance. I hope y'all listening. You have a better chance at having some form of sit down and dialogue, honest dialogue with a Tanakh only than many people who identify as Christian, especially being in the Reformed community. You have a better, it's not that it's impossible, because I have Reformed brothers that I sit down with a bit, but I've known them for over 20 years. That's the only reason why. But those who are new, all right, but those who are new, you don't have that type of relationship to have conversation. It's all about gang life, okay? Shout out to Mr. W in the building. Shout out to our sister Carla Kimmons in the building. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to get notified. Now let's go back. Let's look at this, y'all.
Pentecost, etc. So this further confirms the separateness. For reconciliation, it's a tall order, and it's almost like fighting City Hall. It's going to have to take God's grace to turn things. But ideally, the church should go back to the earlier custom.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Where's Zion Lex at? I need some of those sound bites he be having, man. Don DeMarco. I need that Don DeMarco, and I need that doggone siren and the bombs drop. I need all of that, man. Listen, y'all. I'm not saying this. There's no other Black Jew or no other Israelite saying this. We are watching on the screen Dr. Michael Brown giving suggestions of what the church should do. We're talking the Christian church. This is what Dr. Michael Brown, shout out to William Smithers in the building. This is what Dr. Michael Brown is saying. Now, you may have some other brothers that may be out here in the Israelite community. They may say it a little more harsh. They may say it in a little more ways of way you deem it's attacking. And that may be the reason why you're not receiving it. But we're not going to talk about them today. They are not the subject of the conversation today, beloved. Dr. Michael Brown is the subject of the conversation on today and what he's saying. He even called out the separatism, the difference between the church and those who follow, who are the Abrahamic faith, those who are the followers and descendants of Moses, keep the Torah. He talked about the feast days that we have versus the holidays that they have. And he said it further distinguishes a difference. But he's also saying what the church should do. Okay, now let's get into what he's saying.
To turn things. But ideally, the church should go back to the earlier custom of celebrating the death and resurrection of Jesus at the same time every year that the Jewish community celebrates the Passover.
I need somebody to put in the chat at the same time. Michael Brown didn't say y'all need to celebrate it on Friday to Sunday. He didn't say y'all need to keep celebrating it from Friday to Sunday. Michael Brown said you need to celebrate Passover the same time. You need to return back. So basically what he's saying is, what it sounds like he's saying is that at one point in time, when the Christians were Jews, they celebrated it during Passover. Shout out to Evita in the building. Shout out to UK Psalms in the building. All the way from UK. Make sure you like and subscribe. Please hit that bell. Listen, what at the same time, y'all can't. Basically, he said, if you're gonna serve the Messiah, you can't make up your own time. When they acknowledge him, no, when you were Jews or when you were Israelites, Christians, you celebrated Passover. You need to return back to that. Let's go back. Let's run it back again so they don't say that I'm misrepresenting Michael Brown and what he's saying. Listen to what Michael Brown said out of his own mouth.
Of celebrating the death and resurrection of Jesus at the same time every year that the Jewish community celebrates the Passover. Within the first few centuries of what we call Christianity, there was a division. One part of what was called the early church, or what we call the early church, these are the Gentile believers in Jesus. One part would celebrate the death and resurrection of Jesus at the same time that the Jewish community would celebrate.
Did he just say the Gentiles at one point in time celebrated the Passover with the Israelites? Of course they did. Why? Because in 1 Corinthians chapter number 5, we see that Shaul, aka Paul, tells them to keep the feast of Passover. And we know that the Corinthian congregation was made up of Jews and Gentiles. Come on, y'all. At the same time. Bring it back. Did he just say the G word? Did he just say the Goyim? Or did he just say the nation? Did he just say a Gentile celebrated Passover in the early church? Come on, y'all. Stop that foolishness.
Called the early church, or what we call the early church. These are the Gentile believers in Jesus. One part would celebrate the death and resurrection of Jesus at the same time that the Jewish community would celebrate the Passover.
Somebody out here lying on Paul. Somebody out here lying on Paul, y'all. Somebody misrepresenting Shaul. Because every time we get to talk about feast days, every time we get to talk about the Torah, every time we get to talk about, somebody got to bring up Paul, somebody got to quote Galatians, somebody got to quote Romans, somebody got to quote Colossians about what Paul is saying do away with, and that is done away with. Meanwhile, Paul keeping the very thing that y'all saying he's saying is done away with, and you shouldn't do. But he keeping the same thing, though. And he's encouraging a mixed congregation, a mixed multitude church to keep Passover, which is also found in the Torah. Come on, run it back again.
What was called the early church, or what we call the early church, these are the Gentile believers in Jesus. One part would celebrate the death and resurrection of Jesus at the same time that the Jewish community would celebrate the Passover.
Now, we're not saying that every Gentile was ordered. You know, around here, man, you gotta make, when you teaching and when you talking and commentating, you better make sure you cover your behind, because there's some doggone wicked folk out here, okay? We're not saying that every Gentile kept the Passover, nor are we saying that every Gentile was ordered to keep the Passover, but there were Gentiles who was moved by the Ruach who wanted to keep it. That's why you got proselytes, people who fully converted into the way. They didn't want any of their paganism. They didn't want any of the things that they were brought up in. Matter of fact, the Israelites too had to be converted, because there were also those who did not believe in Messiah. But the ones who were Jews or ancient Israelites who did believe in Messiah, they kept their custom while converting into believing in Messiah when they once never did believe in him. They came into the faith. Same way, you had Gentiles who were keeping pagan customs, who threw them away, came into the faith, believed in Yeshua, and turned around and was keeping Passover and other feasts while they were a part of the congregation. And y'all know this is historical facts. And folks running around here acting like, oh, ain't nobody did that. Ain't nobody did nothing. No. They were following the law of Christ. Like no Gentile was following anything that was written in the Torah. Come on, y'all. Let's run it back again. I might have to do a part 2 to this, because I don't even think I'm going to get through this.
In Jesus, one part would celebrate the death and resurrection of Jesus at the same time that the Jewish community would celebrate the Passover. Another group said, no, every year we celebrate the death on Friday and the resurrection on Sunday. And ultimately, under Constantine, they said, we want to make a separation.
Oh, fair use, y'all. Fair use. Let me go ahead and throw fair use out there. So wait a minute. So finally, ultimately, under Constantine is when, and let me keep a balance here, okay? For y'all brews, I wish y'all would stop saying that Jesus or Yeshua was invented at the Council of Nicaea. Y'all stop this madness, okay? I need y'all to stop. Listen, what I need y'all to do, I'm talking to you Israelites, okay? I need y'all to do a little more research than following your favorite teacher on YouTube. Get some books, man. Learn some church history. Okay, please do that. Get into a Hebrew congregation that teaches everything. Not just the gospel, not just Torah, not the feast, but teach some church history. You didn't learn church history when you was in the Christian church. At least get into a congregation that'll teach you some church history so you don't keep making a fool of yourself out here saying stuff like Jesus was invented at the Council of Nicaea. Stop that madness. Please do. Okay? Stop it. Stop the madness, y'all. Stop the madness. Shout out to the moderators in the chat. Shout out to them. We ain't giving nobody nothing right here. Block that joker. We ain't got time for that foolishness. Block them. Go over there in the Kemetic community somewhere. We ain't even invite you over here. This is what I'm saying, y'all. We need to get an understanding, okay? Well verse yourself. So at the Council of at during the time of Constantine, the Gentiles wanted a separation. Okay. They wanted a separation. Shout out to Mrs. Black Tassie, aka the professor, doctor. Absolutely. They ain't never studied, but they listening to folks. This is what I'm saying. We got to stop this stuff. We don't even know what the council means. Do you know there were several councils? And it was a whole lot of black folks at that council. There was a whole lot of black folk at that council, at many of those councils. Okay? So let's get an understanding, y'all. All right, let's roll here. You know, we gotta help Israel too, man. You know, we're not out here just beating up on people, but we gotta help Israel too. Israel gotta start. We gotta mature. We gotta grow, man.
We would celebrate the Passover. Another group said, no, every year we celebrate the death on Friday and the resurrection on Sunday. And ultimately, under Constantine, they said, we want to make a separation. We do not want to be dependent on these cursed Jews for their calendar, and we don't want to be partaking of their customs. So there was a very ugly and arrogant separation that took place. What I say is, it's perfectly fine to celebrate Messiah's death on a Friday and resurrection on a Sunday, because he did rise on a Sunday, and we believe he died on a Friday. So do that during the Passover season. I encourage churches, and again, it's a tall order because Easter Sunday is a big thing, and the Easter egg hunts and the family coming together and all this stuff. But to the extent churches are willing to do this, throw out the Easter terminology because that is unnecessarily divisive. Talk about Passover and first fruits, and in that context, the death and resurrection of Yeshua. So I have no problem with it being celebrated, his death on a Friday and his resurrection on a Sunday, but do it within the Passover season. That's a way to bridge a gap. It may not be chronologically exact, but it's a way to bridge a gap to say.
So it may not be chronologically exact, but that's a way to bridge the gap. I agree. I can agree with that. But at the same time, what you have people that's not trying to bridge nothing. All they want you to do is throw away your custom, throw away your culture, throw away who you believe you are naturally, even though your identity and who you believe in is Mashiach, but your birthright and who you are born to, even though you are born again as a believer in Messiah, yet don't nobody else have to throw away. Don't nobody ever throw away their identity, but Black people. And that's, I mean, come on, man. This is the thing we're dealing with. Don't nobody else have to throw away their identity but Black people. Okay. And that's what we're seeing. That's not, I've been in this community for a while. That I'm not saying that just to say it or to bang on the church. I'm telling you the truth. At the end of the day, we have to sit here and, our identity has to just be in Christ. Yes, we understand that. We understand. Nobody is saying that we're putting our natural identity. None of y'all do that. Don't nobody go to the dealership or go to the DMV and say, you know what? And hey, what is your identity? Or hey, what is your ethnicity? Don't nobody sit up there and say Christ. Don't nobody say that. No, you put right on that job application and you put everywhere else that you African American or Black or whatever it is. You don't say nothing about no Christ. You don't do that. So we're not making us who are Messianic believers in Messiah, we're not making that a religious claim. All we're saying is on our application, on our birth certificate, okay, even though it's African American for many of us, okay, unless you have been identified, okay, as a Jew, okay, through a form of conversion, unless you identify in that category, then your identity still lists African American. But you don't say, you as a believer in Messiah, you don't have beef with the government or anybody else. And I guarantee you, if your church, if you're filling out for a position in your church to get paid, and your church requires you to fill out an application, okay, to be on staff, you don't say on the ethnicity part, you don't say your identity or your ethnicity is in Christ. You don't say that. You put African American or Black on that application, even in the church. So why are we even doing this foolishness? Why is this even an argument? It don't make any sense. You know exactly what many of us are saying. You know exactly that many of us are saying that our identity lies in Messiah. Now, for some others, it may not be that, okay? But for those who are wasting a lot of time discussing and talking to folks, okay, and trying to get people to understand, we're the ones saying what we're saying, and you know exactly what we're saying. So let's move on here, y'all. Then we're gonna have a part 2 to this thing here. All right. We're gonna have a part 2 to this thing. My birth certificate says I'm a Negro. It don't say African American. All right. So listen, man, we're gonna end up having a part 2. Shout out to Marcus Jarman in the building. Don't forget to like, subscribe, brother. All right, so, and hit that bell. So we're gonna have a part 2 and maybe a part 3 to this thing. All right, so we're just gonna listen to Dr. Michael Brown video, and then we're gonna get up out of here. All right, so let's listen to the rest of it.
When you're celebrating Passover, we're celebrating Messiah's death. And during this very season, we're doing the same thing. And then to look at the 1 Corinthians 5 passage and to say, as the Jewish community is not eating bread, what can we do to get the leaven out of our midst spiritually, and to really concentrate on that as a season of spiritual purification together with the Jewish people. I do believe that spiritually we'll come in much better alignment, and it'll be part of the way that God regathers the Jews to their faith in Jesus the Messiah and regathers the church to its Jewish roots, and they can come together around that.
Wait a minute, did he just say a transition of the Christian church coming back to its Jewish roots? Wait a minute, y'all out here fighting us, and he believes that the church need to return back to the Jews. What? Wait a minute, he believes that the church need to return back to its Jewish or Hebrew roots, and y'all out here fight. Come on, man, we got to stop this stuff. We got to stop it, y'all. We got to stop it. We got to stop it. We got to stop it, y'all. I'm going to run that back again for y'all to hear exactly what Dr. Michael Brown just said. Okay?
Spiritual purification together with the Jewish people. I do believe that spiritually will come in much better alignment, and it'll be part of the way that God regathers the Jews to their faith in Jesus the Messiah and regathers the church to its Jewish roots, and they can come together around that.
He said God gonna do it. He just said God gonna return the church back to his Jewish roots. He said this gives it away for God to do it, y'all. He said God gonna do this, y'all. Did y'all? Let me run. I'm gonna run it back again. I'm gonna run it back one more time for y'all. Did you just hear what he said? God gonna do this. Now that should be beef. That should be extra beef right there. Folks should be banging on this brother door for explanations. But no, you ain't gonna do that. We'll catch you on an interview with him, and you ain't gonna even say nothing. You ain't gonna bring it up. You're not gonna even talk to him about it. You ain't gonna do no live. You ain't gonna do no doggone no video, no chopped and screwed video. You ain't gonna do no exposed video on Dr. Michael Brown. You know why? Because you care more about being on his platform promoting your stuff than to deal with the truth. You ain't gonna do it. You're not gonna do it. Michael Brown believes that the church need to come back to his Jewish roots. Okay.
Actually will come in much better alignment, and it'll be part of the way that God regathers the Jews to their faith in Jesus the Messiah and regathers the church to its Jewish roots, and they can come together around that.
I'm done. I'm done. I got two more videos. I got two more videos for y'all. I'm not going to play them today, but I got two more videos, and we're going to get into them two more videos, all right? We're going to get into there's two more parts coming to this. I got two more. I got video from other. I'm not gonna wear y'all out with Dr. Michael Brown. Okay, that's 3 videos of Dr. Michael Brown. That's enough. I got 2 more videos. You love Yah. Shout out to you. Shalama to you as well, family. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell to be notified. I got 2 more videos. I'm not gonna get. Listen, I got a lot of Michael Brown videos in the archive now. I got a lot of them in the archive now, but I got some other folks too with some degrees that's gonna do some talking. And I'm looking to set up some interviews. Y'all know me. I drop interviews. Y'all know I be dropping them interviews. I got some more folks that I'm setting up some interviews that they gonna come and they gonna talk about it. Some folks degreed up. They gonna talk about it. Okay, they gonna talk about it. All right. So listen, y'all take care of yourself. Go into the Shabbat with a great heart. Make sure, don't just wait for the unleavened bread to get the leaven out your heart, but get the leaven out your heart daily. Okay. We know that the Messiah is the way and the only way, not one of many ways. If you believe in Yeshua, make sure that your salvation lies in him. There's nothing wrong with keeping the Torah. Don't let people fearmonger you and all this other stuff that's going on, but don't keep it on the outside. Make sure you keep it through Messiah and make sure that the law is on your heart. How do you get that? You get that by yielding yourself and submitting yourself to Yeshua, our Savior. Also, listen, if you are not a believer in Yeshua, all right, make sure you get to know him. I invite anybody, okay, anybody who is a sinner. Our goal is to make sure that you come into the salvation and the faith of Yeshua, not the salvation and the faith lying totally in the Torah, okay, but in Mashiach, okay, all right. So I want to encourage you to get to know him, get into his word. Don't just study the things that he said. Don't just study the miracles that he did, but study his character and his integrity, and pray that he gives you wisdom and understanding, and receive the Ruach into your heart, that your heart may be circumcised according to the law. Okay. It's very important that we understand this and spend more time in fasting and prayer. Get out of this, spending all this time watching teachings and trying to gather information to prove someone wrong. Study to show yourself approved, not to prove someone wrong, okay, but to show yourself approved, a workman, not being ashamed, rightly dividing the word. Okay, it's very important that you do that. All right, again, check us out, hit us up. If you are in the Atlanta area and other surrounding cities, visit our website at www.boomchurchint.org for locations. If you want to send us an email, you can email me at boomchurchint@gmail.com. boomchurchint@gmail.com. We will be in Eastman, Georgia. Also, we will be in Houston, Texas in July for a conference with one of our congregations, Liberty Church. Also, we will be in Louisville, Kentucky, kicking off the launch of Boom Church Louisville, and that is June the 25th. Okay, June the 25th. Other than that, we love you guys, man. Y'all stay up, y'all stay blessed, y'all continue to grow, like and share this video. And we're going to just continue to grow and look at historical things and also get into the word. Check around, watch on our video on our YouTube channel. There are several videos and information that's on the YouTube channel that will really help you. All right. Blessings to you all. Shalom or Shabbat Shalom to you. I will not see many of you on tonight or tomorrow on Shabbat, but so I will give you a greetings early of Shabbat Shalom, and make sure you all have a wonderful